and found nothing suspicious at all, I presume? No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspeare Special. That sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3-penny pieces. But even after all that, the rascal's meter was still empty. Never forget the humiliation. When I opened up the money box and found it bare. You what? I said, you what? And to look on his face, that smarmy smile of his. Well, Mr. Shamspeare. Seems you're a sham indeed. Welcome back, guys. It's light here. And we finished cross-examination. No, we didn't finish, actually. We were then taken to a summation examination, which we finished. And it turns out that Mr. Shamspeare is a sham indeed. He's not as valiant as he appears. It appears he's been stealing gas, actually. From, this lady's husband's gas company. Alright, let's push forward. Yes, is that clear, my good man? Clear as Altamont gas, my lady. Which is the clearest in the world. What? Can gas be clear? What? Okay. Oh wait, did he say cleanest? Hold on. Yeah, no, clear. Gas can't be clear. What? Oh, whatever. Do you think the gas has gone to his head, Mrs. Otto? I think the man is just a very dedicated employee, Mr. Naruto. Of course, Chisato doesn't think ill of anyone unless they deserve it. Alrighty. Time for another testimony. I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agent. Altamont gas meters accept threepenny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas. And yet the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key. Somehow he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not thieving, what is? Oh, interesting. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Oh my gosh. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn to my hallowed chalice. Why don't you turn it upside your head? What do you mean by that remark, Lord Van Zeeks? Did the mustache Nupinese poison the gangling excuse for an actor, or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court. And yet, now we must listen to this. Abhorrence. Uh-huh. Wow, look at you. Clap, 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 he tossed his glass again. Clearly, what separates the vast British Empire and your Eastern Island nation is more than geographical distance. But this could turn out to be crucial testimony. The cross-examination must go ahead. Oh my god. You mean that cartoon scream when he does that? Someone screaming, ah! in the gallery. Do what you will. Lord Van Zeeks appears to be in a violent mood. Yes, he does. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the wine glass. An attempted poisoning, and an incident of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance. But I wonder, the truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places, and the first step in uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man really is. Yeah, I guess, even though he's quite a character. Alrighty. I guess we gotta press, because I don't think anything really stuck up with a contradiction yet. Do we need to press this? I'm gonna ignore it for now. If I feel like nothing is changing, I'll come back to it. Hold it! So all London houses that have a gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they? They're the latest model, the height of technology, developed by our company, Altamont Gas. And anyone who uses our gas will have one of these meters in their property, yes. So if a 3-pence coin gives 2 hours of gas, most people would use about 3 coins in a night. A bit more than that, usually. They have both gas lights and a gas stove, that is. Thinking about it, Suzaki-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he? Some people still choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating. Ah yes, I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsume's room, actually. So he doesn't use gas at all, I'm guessing. And how does the money in the meter get back to you at the gas company? Every 3 days, gasmen like me visit properties on the gas supply and empty the meters of coins. I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. But happily, it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part. Ah, because they had to pay in advance, you mean? Yes, exactly right. Okay. And yet the meter in his room didn't have a single coin. Hold it! That is suspicious. Out of interest, how long has this been going on? Weeks and weeks! He's been pinching gas off us for ages! And you've examined the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room, I take it? Naturally. We took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb. And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume? No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspeare Special. That sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3-penny pieces. But even after all that, the rascal's meter was still empty. Never forget the humiliation. When I opened up the money box and found it bare. You what? I said, you what? And to look on his face, that smarmy smile of his. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. You know what? Nothing! Not a trace of it being jimmied open anywhere, not a single sign. And what's happening to my salary as a result? Down by 3 shillings a day, that's what. A life-threatening situation, in a number of ways. So, then how is he doing it? What? Incidentally, what became of that meter? Nothing became of it. I've still got it. Oh. Right here. No wonder they call you Meterman. I think it would be prudent for the court to sequester this item while the trial is ongoing. Definitely. Although at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it. Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony. Though I would say it has as much value as the contents of that meter. Oof. Youch. He really is on edge today. What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna investigate this thing first. Nothing. I know about the lock is the only thing. Okay. Only thing that's glowing. That's a very sturdy looking padlock, isn't it? And the money box is sealed with beeswax too. So if Mr. Sholmes were to get up to any mischief, he'd be found out immediately. Miss Naruto! Mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Sholmes would... You know, you didn't finish that sentence, don't you? Well, anyway, it's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs. But it does feel a little over the top, perhaps, doesn't it? It's funny. She was about to be like, he wouldn't do such a thing, and then she's like, It goes to show how spending time with him has changed her little fangirl mind since our days on the SS Barrier. Oh man. Hold it! There's only one key for all of your meters. Well, in truth, there's another key in the company vault at our main office. But even if someone had somehow managed to get hold of a key, we'd know if the coin box had been opened. Oh? How? I came up with a rather clever way to expose any little shenanigans as it happens. Would you care to explain? Well now, in order to empty a meter, you have to unlock the padlock and remove the cover. When I close the cover again, I stick a little beeswax seal on it, you see? Seal? Like the sort of thing you'd put on an envelope, you mean? Something like that, yes. Basically, you can't remove the cover again without breaking the seal. Now, in the case of Mr. Shamspeare's meter, there were no coins inside at all, as I said. But the seal hadn't been broken either. So that would mean Mr. Shamspeare somehow managed to steal coins from inside the meter without opening it? It would seem so, but that would be impossible.
Hold it!
This is quite the pickle, what the heck? How do you know that he's been using gas, though? Well now, since I started investigating this bloke, I've been to his room more than a few times, and on every single occasion, his lamps have been blazing and his stove pounding. In the middle of winter, and he still turns to me, sweat dripping down his cheeks, and says, "Get thee to a nunnery." Hamlet, indeed. I could wring the bloke's neck. I get all hot under the collar, but still. Every time I open that flaming meter, it's empty. He's robbing me of my salary, too. What's wrong with the world? Where's the justice? Dang. But how can Mr. Shamspeare possibly be stealing the money? I don't understand. A simple explanation is right before your eyes. What? Now, boy, a toast to you eventually realizing that the gasman could be an accomplice. You what? Good lord. Eminently plausible indeed. Uh-oh. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh no, Van Zeke's why? Oh please, Lady Quimby, I'm a faithful worker. And besides, if the money us gasmen collect doesn't tally with how much gas has been used, you dock our pay by the same amount. So you'd be stealing money, only to have the same amount taken from your wages. Clearly that makes no sense. Perhaps it's a case of losing the battle to win the war. No! I'm not gonna stir up that hornet's nest! If I went stealing from the company, I'd be finished! It would seem there is no evidence to support the claims of thievery made against the victim. Because Mr. William Shamspeare, innocent. Wrong! Stop that! Pray, forgive me if that shatters some illusion my learned Nepalese friend was clearly under. Yeah, same here. I certainly didn't expect to uncover another crime that looks like it's been taking place in the very same room. According to the testimony, it's only the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room that's under suspicion. It does seem as though perhaps it has nothing to do with the incident involving Mr. Natsume. I know, it does seem that way. But the fact is, since I've been practicing law in England, I feel like I've encountered this at least once already. Cases that are interlinked. Yep. Oh. It might seem that two cases have nothing to do with one another at first, but in fact, they're intimately connected. It's not just here in Britain, it's in the future too. Yes, we have experienced that before, haven't we? I wonder if this is another instance. Perhaps, but we can't be sure of that yet. If the Altamont Gas Company has been investigating Mr. Shamspeare so earnestly, there must be something to it. But then, how has he been managing to steal their gas? Hold on. Is it this? Is he putting it in the soap? Oops. I'm trying to go back to the... Because I kind of want to press it just to be safe. I want to press the first statement just to be safe.
Hold it!
So does that mean you enter people's houses in order to empty their gas meters? That I do. I have to try to catch people when they're in. Then I ask permission to come inside and do my business. Does that mean you've been into Mr. Natsume's room before, as well as that of Mr. Shamspeare? Well now, interesting you should bring that up, because I couldn't believe how little money was in his meter. I mean, how the pair of them survived the winter is beyond me, it really is. Knowing Mr. Natsume, he probably spends all his gas money on books. And when he's finished reading them, he probably burns them for warmth. Dang. You will kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Meterman. Not much to say, really, but as you wish. Okay, so we did have to press the first statement, dang it. Gas meter except from each coin. Oh, it's the same statement. I thought he amended it. Okay. Hold on. I have to say because I'm down to three penalty points. Do I try this?
Objection!
No. Okay. Always has to raise his hand. Alrighty. No, that's not what I want. Let's do this. No. Oh, hey. I somehow missed this before. What the heck? Oh, what's... Have you spotted something, Mr. Naruhodo? Just here. There's a little hole. Do you see? Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed. It's not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say. So, you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shamspeare? Possibly. Seems the people at Altamont Gas must have missed it. Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through to the inside. Yes. There's no way a coin could fit through there. That's true. But even so, it seems more than a little suspicious. I mean, I was about to say how could they miss that, but I missed it, so like... Oh boy. It's fine, we found it in the end.
Objection!
But you see, it has been tampered with. Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with. What? Get away! I've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it. In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box? Ooh. Oh, what? You're right. You're quite right. There is a little hole there. Oh. The meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do. In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspeare secretly opened up this hole himself. Yes, I wouldn't be all that surprised, but why? Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You couldn't get a farthing through that. Lady Altamont, I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter design? What sort of details? Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it enriches coins, how it's dismantled? Does it matter what we choose? I don't know. Let's do how it's dismantled. I don't know! How can it be dismantled? Dismantled? Yes, given that there are no signs of it having been forced, I'm wondering if perhaps, rather than being broken open, it might have been taken apart. Well, yes, that does make some sense. The padlocks are made by a first-class locksmith from the finest quality steel, and the meter box itself is made from plate steel as well, welded shut to ensure it can't be opened again. I can assure you it's quite impossible to dismantle it. Woohoo! Yeah! Nothing leaks from an Altamont meter, no coins, no gas, no nothing! I see. The witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it's pertinent. As you wish, my lord. All joints in the meter are welded shut and the lock is made from solid steel. There's no way to dismantle it. Is that what we wanted? I don't know. Wait, what did we even press to get that? Whatever. Oh wait, because we... It's fine. It's fine. Has anyone ever tried? Oh yeah, they've tried. But they've all given up before long. After all, if they actually broke the meter, the company would be able to take legal action. Yes, that makes sense. What do you think, Mr. Naruto? Is it welded steel construction? What is its welded steel construction significant? Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on. Yes, you may be right. Perhaps I should try a different tack here. Like asking about how the meter differentiates coins, for example. Let's do it. So it was the coins, I had a feeling. How does the meter tell the difference between different coins? What do you mean? Well, for example, if someone were to put in a 1 penny coin, that wouldn't work presumably, would it? No, of course not. So, well, how does the meter know that the coin it's been fed is a through penny bit? Ah, I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A through penny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see? Other coins just won't fit. Ah, I see. It's clearly been very well thought out. Witness will amend her formal testimony without information. Okay, in case the person... Yeah, okay. As you wish. Yep. The meter is designed for coins the exact diameter and thickness of a 3-penny bit. Nothing else will fit. Oh. Is that how... Oh! Has he been melding the...
Hold it!
But... Do I just present it or no? I don't know. But conversely then, it would seem that anything matching a 3-pence coin exactly in terms of diameter and thickness could equally well be used. Would, that be true? Well, yes, in a way. The weight comes into it a certain extent as well. We've thought of that though, anyway. If I find any fake coins inside the coin box when I empty the meter, the contract says the customer has to pay 100 times the amount they diddled as a fine. We live for moments like that, as gasmen do. Live for them, ha ha ha. It would seem the gas company has thought of everything. Wahoo! Hurrah for gas! Hurrah for cash! Altamont all the way! That's quite enough of that. Remind me, how big are through penny bits? About 3/4 of an inch across. What do you think, Mr. Naruto? Is this 2 centimeters measurement significant? Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meters that we should... No, this is good. No, this is what we want. No. Nope, leave it. Of course, my lord. As I was saying, ultimate meters are unsurpassed. They can't be manipulated. Okay. Let me just save. Alright. Oops. Does it say how big the... Let me look at it again. Maybe it'll say, oh, look at this bar of soap. There's a circular depression on this side, about 2 centimeters across. There it is. Or 3/4 of an inch. Ah, do you think... We did find this soap at the scene, didn't we? Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window. So we took this one. But I'm sure that when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle there. I remember it clearly. Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? Alrighty. There we go.
Objection.
We did it! Yay! Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating in Mr. Shamspeare's room... We found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly. Oh, something the same size as a threepenny bit? What was it? The item in question is this. What? Have you been inhaling gas? That's a bar of soap! It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. Looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. Really? What's so important about the soap? What's so important about the soap is this part here. First we have to point it out because it's, you know...
Got it!
Game time, game stuff. You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean. Ah! Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there? That's right. A depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit. Get away! Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it? The judge is robbing everyone. Run! Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I have here a threepenny bit. Now, to see if it fits. Oh my, it fits exactly. Wow, what a surprise. I'm joking. My word, it couldn't be more snug. Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded. Yay! Love the music. So your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas? Yes! The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit. I must concur, at least, that pushing a coin with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape. And then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You can make fake coins in no time! This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shamspeare has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. And now, if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody's considered yet. But this is all nonsense. If the man had been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter. Quite true, Lady Altamont, in the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear. I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? There is one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air, yes. Exactly. And the meter here gives it away. What on earth? What on earth? There are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room. If that is your assertion, Counsel, the defense will identify those remnants for the court at once. Where on the meter can remnants of the method used to make the fake coins disappear be seen? This thing, right? Why else is this here? For this wax, it melts and then it comes out. We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window. Outside? Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Miedemann, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found this soap. Ah! I get it! That's right. The answer, of course, is ice. Did you say ice? Mr. Shamspeare has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. Then, he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in space. As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts, turning back into water and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas. Dang. That was quite clever of him, though. Just like that, so simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and some water. That's right, madam. I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless? I'm fairly sure I didn't design it. Evidence! Sorry? I want evidence. If you're going to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof. She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she? Aw. Very well, Lady Altamont. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it. What? Miss Naruto, are you saying you do actually have evidence to support this theory? I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. And I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. A piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about how Mr. Shamspeare has been stealing gas is... Oh.
Take that!
I saw it earlier too. The puddle. This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamspeare. What remnants? Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamspeare's room. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter. What is that? Some kind of grubby stain? Almost certainly, it's a water stain, resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the water. Ah! Couldn't he have put something there to catch the water? He's terrible at covering up his supposed crime. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage, and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours, you can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor. This is awful. And there's further evidence too. Mr. Shamspeare is slumped over his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. And right there next to him is a bar of soap broken in half. You're right. It would appear to me then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he? Oh, that's what Sholmes thought at first as well. Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but... certainly not. He didn't beat about the bush there, did he? In truth, Mr. Shamspeare was found with a fork in his hand. A meal of soap is sounding increasingly like... Do you mean to say he was using that fork too? Yes. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap. Ah! But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well. Good gracious! This is quite the case this time. Jeez. Not again! The way that the sound broke away kind of gave the effect I wanted. Kind of gave that effect. Lord Van Zeeks! I was throwing my hand up in despair, and happened to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake. It wasn't a mistake. What is the meaning of this, Counsel? Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with the most recent cross-examination? Well, that Mr. William Shamspeare is a liar and a thief. In other words, his testimony is unreliable. That's it! That's exactly it! Very well, let us assume the man is a liar. Now, allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make? Well, we know that the suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no sign of another vessel that contained poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Ooh. Furthermore... Oh, I like that exclamation mark for her because she's in the stand. That's funny. The only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Ooh. Even if William Shamspeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it. Uh-oh. I love this music though. It always plays when we're in trouble, but I love it. Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication. You... What? Order! Order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond? Mr. Naruto! What was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Yes! Or did it make no difference at all, like Lord Van Zieks is saying? You know we gotta raise an objection. No! This isn't over! The defense will not rest! What? But, counsel, you've successfully explained everything! You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shamspeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss? Lord Van Zieks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. Contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all. What are you trying to say, my Nipponese friend? At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption, made due to a lack of evidence. The poison, right? But the situation has changed now, following the cross-examination of the latest witnesses to take the stand. Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense? Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. There is a question that we now need to reconsider, namely, was someone else responsible? Was there another visitor? Was the poison in the tea? Someone else responsible? Was there another visitor? Oh, right. Okay, yeah. It is the poison, that's what I was saying. Because, like he said, this one's objectively proven because of the testimony of the guy. Well, this one, actually. This one wasn't one of the things he stated, was it? Whatever. This, right? That's what I think, anyway. Alrighty. Please, let me be right. We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspeare, oh good, was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume, but that's conjecture at best.
Objection!
The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There is no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
Objection!
As I said, the situation has changed. Because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene, and a particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? Defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? Cup, right? Because it has a line of tea in it.
Take that!
Am I wrong? Suspect it may possibly be related to the tea in some small way. If you dig deep enough, then you will be digging for a very long time indeed, my learned friend. Haha. Alright. Alright. I mean, the only other thing is this. Because I was saying before, like, there's a puddle of tea right here. Let's see.
Take that!
Are you kidding me? Alright, hold on. Alrighty, my third guess is the soap. I got nothing else. If I'm wrong here, then I might consider I chose the wrong thing in general. Oh, am I right? Good gracious! The soap, again? The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of ice? There we go. Should have just presented this first, dang it. Yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. It's more bars of soap. Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating. In a way, yes, but there's more. Coins were found in the soap at the time. Weren't normal ice. We found, sorry. There was something strange about them, you mean? Exactly, something very obviously strange. They were red. Ice was red? No, you mean... That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. Ooh. What? I would remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial. That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result! Never will I touch tea again! Never! Yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, poorly constructed water mains in the east end are prone to freezing. So on the night in question, Mr. Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins. My word! There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene. That's right, and we only borrowed one of them. Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap outside of Mr. Shamspeare's window. Extraordinary. Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that even if 1 drop of tea remained, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture, by finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all. Ugh, you smug Nipponese. Haha. My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once, and the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it to determine whether or not it contains any poison. Got him. Bailiff! Bailiff! Instruct the police to attend to the scene at once. Yes, my lord, understood. Ha ha ha. It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. I trust you have no objection, Lord Van Zieks? None, my lord. Scotland Yard will recover from the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow. Oh, cool. Prosecution and defense may conduct further investigations as appropriate in the interim. Yes, my lord. Have we ever had this happen before? Returning to investigation after trial? This is interesting. Well, we managed to scrape through there somehow. Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned until tomorrow. I'm trying to remember case 4 in the first game. It was just a full-on trial, right? We didn't investigate again, I don't think. Alright. Time to get back out and investigate some more. Oh, what the heck? Where are the desks? Or are they not in place yet? Okay. No. I don't know. Phew, we made it back in one piece. Oh, they're probably not in place yet or something. Cause like, they only just started living there, I think, right? If I'm remembering the time frame. Oh, no, they've been living there since case 3. Sorry, my mind is going crazy. Then where the heck are the desks? Whatever. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages in the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times. Oh, no. I didn't mean that. What the heck happened on their return? Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time. Aw, I love that sprite of hers. Let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that. Is everything alright? I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England, working as a lawyer, I mean, in the Old Bailey, no less. No. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. No! It should be Kazuma. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. Aww. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. I've no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Aww. Thank you, Sato-san. Thank you. Dang it. Alrighty, do we talk to her? Sure. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand. I know. Not only that, but then finding out that he is actually a bare-faced gas thief as well. Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Sasaki-san poisoning the tea. Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san! He didn't poison anything! And there's more to this Mr. Shamspeare than we yet know, I'm sure of it. Yes, he's suspicious. Mr. Shamspeare certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. What's become of him, actually? I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment. Oh, which one is that? Let me see. Yes, he's at St. Bartholomew's. Or Bart's as Londoners call it. We know that place, don't we? Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken. Yes. After Suzuki-san stabbed her in the back. Oh, come on. Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruhodo-san. He didn't stab anyone. Perhaps we both owe Suzuki-san an apology. Poor guy. St. Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. Alrighty. What's next? So we know that Suzuki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question. But as he isn't the culprit, then obviously... Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamspeare's body? I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamspeare's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally. Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think. Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap. Well, if you run into Inspector Gregson, you could ask him about that. If they've managed to do it yet. No, stop. Kazuma Asagi, the best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. Nah. The music! Ah! I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. Oh my gosh. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial, that you really ought to go into law, be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it, believe me, guarantee it. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world, the city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... See, I'm so annoyed at this. Why did we never get the answer? One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. What the heck? I wish he had told us. Naruto-san? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes, he's forever in my thoughts, too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right. But... Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. Naruto-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? Oh my gosh. I mean this. His katana? I never expected to inherit this sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Aww. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Why are we getting all these Kazuma flashbacks? Karuma? That's right. It's a prize sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asagi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Haruma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Yeah, we saw that with Aochi in the first case. Not that you would need much compelling on that subject. There's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet, I've not found a single clue. I see. That's it? Such a harsh cutoff. I don't think we need to examine anything here, right? I think we should just leave. Alrighty. Let us go. Oh, we can talk to Shams and Iris? Are they actually here? Hold on. Oh, Rino and Susie! Hooray, you're back! Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am. And you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups. Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually... What is that foul smell? Oh no. Aha! The Wanderers return at last. Where on earth have the pair of you been? We've been in court? Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case? That was today, was it? This guy. I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. Selective amnesia, I'm telling you. I'm sure you think you did. Oh my gosh. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict at least. Really? I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is Lord Van Zeek's an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes, whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ah, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh dear. Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Alrighty. We'll find out what he's up to next time. Jeez. Oh, wow. That... Okay. I wonder what it could be. Something new he invented, probably. And I wonder what the heck is going on with this case. I still can't figure out who the perpetrator could be. Because, like, is it really that gas employee guy? But why? What would he have to gain? Oh well. We'll figure it out next time after we get more information. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.